Danny, welcome to New England.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Got a question for you. In your career, as you watch the Patriots and how they utilize the fullback, did how they utilize enter into your decision to sign here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's there's only a handful of teams in the league that use fullbacks nowadays. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a resurgence around the league now with the success that a lot of teams have had. So, there was definitely plays into it. Obviously, you only have a couple options when it comes to that. But, seeing all the amazing things that James Develin did over the last couple of years, obviously that's enticing for a fullback. So, definitely excited to be here.
Great. Thanks, Danny.
Next question, Andrew Callahan, followed by Doug Hyde.
Hey, Dan, thanks for taking the time here today. How things been for you so far?
Been great, actually. Little silver lining here, obviously with everything going on here in the state of the country. But my wife and I, we actually had our first child, baby girl, born on April 16th. So the little silver lining there is I get to spend a lot of time with both of them. We would have started up April 20th, so probably would have been gone and missed a ton. So. Relatively speaking, everything's been pretty dang good. Obviously, still getting to work out and everything. You can see my pull-up bar behind me. So,
jealous of that. I can't find them anywhere. So
yeah. So still getting to work out. Obviously, doing virtual meetings and everything, and learning as much as we can, and being as productive as we possibly can as well. So, everything's been going great.
Gotcha. Well, glad to hear it. So I'm curious about your early impressions of the playbook, and is meeting with the tight end something you did at previous stops in Green Bay and in Cleveland?
It's kind of a unique situation for me. Jumped around the league a little bit. Been in a lot of different rooms, tight end rooms, fullback, running back rooms, whatever you might call it. Been all over the place. So, I prepare the same way no matter what room I'm in. I try to learn every single role, every single job. So whenever my number gets called, I'm able to do, everything that they ask me and more. So, it's been interesting, I would say, my career path, being able to do a lot of different things, and just excited to, eventually get back here with all the guys and just see where I end up fitting in for sure.
Thanks,
Next question, Doug Hyde, followed by Evan Lazar.
Hi, Danny. Just wondering what the process is like of learning a new playbook during virtual meetings. Is it a lot different than what you might be experiencing if you were actually in the building?
It's a great question. Relatively speaking, I would say as an older player, it's pretty similar to what we'd be going through. We're able to watch film and everything, and we have our playbooks, on our iPads and everything, so we can look through. And as an older player, you kind of know what the job requires. So how often you got to be watching film, going through your plays on your own and everything. And I would say the only difference is we obviously can't get together on the field right now. But other than that, it's been really similar, and we get to hit a lot of details, which is great.
Thanks, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Next question, Evan Lazar, followed by Ian Steele.
Hey, Dan, welcome to the Patriots. I just wanted to take you back to your college days for a second and ask you about being called a Superback by people at Northwestern and just what that means to you and where that nickname came from as well.
Yeah, it's funny, actually. I had never heard of a Superback before I got to college either. But basically, it was just like an H-back, a move tight end. Northwestern, back when I was there, didn't use a true hand on the dirt tight end. So I played a little bit in the slot, a lot of times in the slot, on the wing, fullback when we used it, and played a lot of receiver basically as well. So it was just a kind of a versatile player who could do a little bit of everything. And it was good for me because it kept me on the field, playing 60 plays a game, sometimes more there. So, that was just a great role for me, with my athletic ability, and then, also, with my ability to be able to block as well. It was just a way to get me at the point of attack and do a lot of cool things from there. So that was a big reason I went to Northwestern. I just kind of fit that mold that I was looking for.
Thanks, Dan.
The next question, Ian Steele, followed by Jim McBride.
Hi, Dan. Welcome to New England.
Thank you.
I'm curious, you kind of mentioned it earlier, I'm curious how you feel about replacing James Develin, someone who had been with the Patriots for a while and was a Pro Bowler in his last full healthy season with the team. How do you feel about filling in those shoes?
It's definitely some pretty dang big shoes to fill. James is a hell of a player. I've enjoyed watching him really since I got into the league now, and he was really a role model at the position, which as a fullback, a lot of people don't typically notice how important that role can be, and I think it was pretty clear how important James really was to this Patriot team over the last however many years. So definitely have some really big shoes to fill, but I'm really looking forward to that opportunity as well, working with a lot of the other guys. So it'll be fun.
And to follow up, it seems coming into OTAs, or what would be OTAs right now, there's a little bit of a fullback competition between you and Jakob Johnson. How do you feel going into that competition to compete for a starting role in the offense and the other things you can do that might give you an edge in that position battle?
Yeah, we all bring something different to the table. I think it's important for all of us to find out, exactly what our role is going to be and being able to do our job to the best of our abilities. So as an older guy now at this point, I look forward to pushing those younger guys like Jakob, like Dalton, like, Jake Bird, anybody, really, Devin, anybody who might be in that role, being able to, really push each other, help each other learn. We're all kind of in the same position right now. Obviously, with the virtual meetings and not being able to get on the field. So, just pushing each other. I don't think, you put any pressure on each other to really take one's job or anything like that. It's just, you're going to go out there and do your job and let the cards, fall as they may.
Your first do your job as a Patriot. Well done.
Appreciate it.